Okay. Let's go. We too strong, man.
Welcome back to Real Talk in the Hood. Today's guest, we have Hummarabi Bey. And he's going to be discussing who the peacekeepers are and what they do in Mount Vernon.
Thanks a lot, my brother. We got started through a brother named Captain Dennis. We were meeting up at Macedonia Center, and police officer, what's his name, Mitchell brought...
The detective?
Yeah, Detective
Okay.
Mitchell brought Captain Dennis by at one of our meetings, and from there he approached us with opening up something called the Peacekeepers. So we was open to that, but they then left us and went to Grace Baptist Church, and that's the second birth, but everybody thinks it's the first birth. So we all formed up there, and all these men came together saying we want to walk our streets, talk to our children, talk to our families, and be noticed. And we did do that. So it's been over two years or something that we've been out there. We're giving out fruits and vegetables that we obtain from the source and give it out to the community. At the same time, we talk to the children and the community. The women really love for us men to be out there, to be supportive. You know, they wave at us and they do something called praying in. I am not a praying person. I am a thinking. And thinking is almost like praying. They actually it's the same thing, but you call one praying. You're looking for somebody to free you up, it ain't gonna happen. When you think you can free yourself up, that goes with low self-esteem. To be self-esteem, you gotta think about what you wanna do and then make it happen. If you're in a drug program, Jesus don't take you out to drugs, and Jesus didn't put you in there. Something got you into the drugs, and something got you out. In both cases, it's you. The unaware you gets you in, and the person who, when you become aware, you say, I don't want to be into this. I'm going into something else. Your awareness got you where you at now. You were doing whatever you wanted to do then, and now you're doing this. And you're making a great statement with your show. The peacekeepers, we meet every Tuesday. Anybody who wants to be a peacekeeper, you can call my number, 646-739-9938, and we'll lead you to Brother Lowe's Moore, who's a great leader. He's a great leader, because he also runs the Boys Club. So in his off time, he's the peacekeeper, and the other times he's a father with children. His wife is also the coach for Mount Vernon High School. I think she's still there. But the peacekeepers is just men who want to do good for their neighborhood. We don't have a lot of young men there. We need your young men there, because when they see young men there, more young men will come in. The older guys of us, some of us haven't done all the things that we wanted to do in life. So now this is an opportunity now to come out there to be seen in a more positive light. And that's good. But we need people, peacekeepers from Davis School down to the Hilltop. I never called it the Hilltop because I was a soup at 860 East 4th Street. But from there all the way up to Davis School, we need to have men out there so that we can monitor our own children. That we don't have to have the police officers riding dogs and horses down because our children is out of control. That's our job.
How many members are with the peacekeepers?
There's about 200 and some members altogether, but actively we only have about maybe 35. But those 35 are out there doing their thing, you know. I've been a little short of my involvement because I'm also doing some building of my son's studio. I'm also, by the way, Dougie Fresh's father, and I'm a contractor, so he's got me down there working with his restaurant and his house and stuff like that, you know. So I can't be at as many meetings as I want to be, but I'm all in the street all the time. Real Talk may want to take a peek over there on 4th Avenue at the little alley there. The guys is over there drinking and everything, and I went over there and said, look, man, y'all can't have a place looking like this here, man. So the guy said, look, I'm coming back here tomorrow morning, bring the broom and rake in, and we can clean this up. That night when I went to my store, I couldn't wait. I seen him up there. I went up there with my broom in my bag and gave it to the guy, Ralph, that I was talking to, and he immediately started cleaning up. One guy said, well, look, I cleaned it up one time. And the other one said, I cleaned it up one time. I said, bro, one time is not good enough. The place is dirty now. He said, man, you disrespected me. And he got a little argument. I said, look, first of all, I didn't even ask you to clean up. I brought this to this guy here, and then y'all start talking. So when you talk now, I'm going to talk. So you want to disrespect it because you cleaned up one time, and you're living in this filth now. You understand? So we just came through there just now, right? The place is all clean. And I just saw the guy Ralph today. He said, look, man, I explained to him. He says, that brother live in the hood. You know, I could live other places, but I like living where I'm at. I'm on 3rd and 3rd in that new building. I can go other places and live above my means. I don't want to do that. I don't live off of my son. My son, he lives on 132nd, 31st Street in Manhattan, crossing the projects. He don't have to be there either, but he likes being in the hood. I like being in the hood. This is where you're going to change the people at. This is where the preachers need to come out. Come out of your church and get into the hood. They are dressed up with their long-toed shoes on in the church. Where are they outside at? That's why I love Mayor Davis. Mayor Davis is in the street. He's in the street, he's around, he's a regular person. That's what we need. We need regular people who care about the people here. That you don't think that you're better than the next person. You know? So yeah, the peacekeepers, and then we also have Parents Against Teen Violence that we're working in and out of the schools. I have taught my low self-esteem course in about 80 classes in 3 years.
Where have you traveled to teach them self-esteem?
Well, actually, my self-esteem paper is all over the country because I'm also my son's personal manager. So I've given this to Heavy D, Big Daddy Kane, Jalil, you just name them. Because in the neighborhood, I'm called Pops. Every place I go at. Minister Farrakhan's house, his granddaughter calls me all the time. Like we're going to Chicago in, I think it's July the 7th or the 8th. But this low self-esteem is all over the place. You understand? I put that out there. There's something called the Black Inventors. You need to get these black inventors into the minds of our children so we don't feel like everything that's being created is by white people and Caucasians. Because the television will tell you that. It will tell you that the greatest heroes in the world, Superman and Batman and all these people are white folks.
Don't believe everything you see, you hear on TV.
That's right. Now, one of the ways you can check that is that you get Webster's New World College Dictionary and you keep what, when, where, how, why, and who in your mind. Every time you talk, you need to make sure those are answered. You understand? And that you have your mind plus your senses. The most important thing is your mind. Because all of the signals from your 5 senses go to your mind. Don't say my brain, because the brain is only the house where the mind is housed at. So if you say brain, that means that you're confused still. It means your self-esteem is still a little low. You got to go where the energy is at, and energy is in the mind. So let's do the mind, like my grandson says, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. That's how we're supposed to be living. I want justice and freedom for you. I want it for myself and everybody that I know. We should all be getting the same thing. But in this society, it doesn't happen like that.
Okay. Can you give the youth your number one more time if they would like to come out and participate with the peacekeepers?
Yes, I want to give my number and Brother Abdul Qadir's number. Abdul Qadir's number is 914-879-0683. And my number is 646-739-9938. Brother Hummarabi Bey and Brother Abdul Qadir. And we're situated at the Dole Center between 10 and 1 o'clock on the Saturdays. And if we get more people, we get more time. And any of the brothers who want to come out to teach something that you know to the children, okay, contact us as well. Thanks a lot, my brother.
Thanks again.
Yes, thank you.
Take care.
Okay. Let's go. We too strong, man. Word is born. Rest in peace, Petty. Petty to the heavens. Also Petty gang. High Block AT. Let's get it. Yeah, so many things up in my life I had to say.